Hey, welcome back, everyone. Good to see you. And I welcome you to Ministry and Money Masterclass with GK. All right, let's begin. After seeing my video on how I manage agribusiness from 3,000 miles away, and you seeing the capacity of it, you wonder, or you begin to say that, GK, you are fortunate to have such a startup capital. I do not have such an amount of money to begin or to invest. Today, I am going to show you how much you have now doesn't matter in comparison to the formula of wealth creation that you're going to use. All right, so our case study for today is looking at the billionaire Warren Buffett, how he built $1 billion empire out of nothing or from the scratch. That's what we're going to look at. All right, before we begin, before we go into it, before we break down the wealth creation formula, which is bracket open W plus C plus I bracket close T/P. This is the wealth creation formula we are going to look at in this video. Before we go through one after the other, kindly hit on the subscribe button, join this community, click on the notification bell so that you get alert the moment we upload every video. Thank you for doing that. All right, let's begin, or let's break down the formula. So the first formula, or in the formula, the first letter you see is the bracket open, which is W. The W stands for work. In the formula, in the wealth creation formula that Warren Buffett, we are talking about a billionaire today who built his $1 million empire out of nothing. With the formula he used, he began not from a big loan from a company. He did not begin from an agent 2K, an agent 1K, from an uncle or from a friend abroad or what have you. He began by working. What work did he do? He started by selling newspaper, selling paper in Omaha, selling paper. Is very important that you understand that he started delivering newspaper and making a peanut, making something little, and through that he was able to build such an amount of money. It doesn't matter where you find yourself, whether you are in the UK or you are in the other part of Europe, or you are in America, you are in Asia, you are in Africa, you are in Middle East, you are in the Antarctica. It doesn't matter where you find yourself. If you really want to build wealth from the scratch, all that you need is seed money. The seed money doesn't come from anywhere. It doesn't come from you being fortunate to get money from someone else, a rich person investing in you, which will be a great boost. But many a times it doesn't happen like that. So you get your seed money from your work. It can be your current work you are doing, or it can be the first job you're going to find. Now, let me break this to you. Before we go to the next point in this formula, first thing you need to understand that you are working now and you are surviving, no matter how bad your salary is. When Warren Buffett was delivering newspaper, he was earning very little, something you can liken to the story of the rich man in Babylon. He began as a typewriter. So you might be doing something, a menial job, you might be doing something that has got nothing to do with your actual qualification, and you are earning something, you call it a peanut, something very little. What you need from that money is your seed money, saving at least 5 to 10%. If you cannot save up to 25% of that money because pressure on you is too much, try to save something between 5 and 10%, and that is your seed money. It is that money you need to make a turnaround. It's not about having huge sums of money like £100,000, $100,000, or maybe 10,000 grand of any money that you are looking for. What you need now is the seed money. Now look at this side of the seed money. If you think that the current job you are doing is not paying you enough at all, and you are so tight that you cannot do anything about it, and that this work, the second thing you can look at is that, is there any chance that you can consider any side hustle Is there any extra hours you can take? Can you consider doing maybe an extra 20 hours per week? Can you consider making any other sales? What extra side hustle can you do? If you are able to survive on your current job up to today, because you are alive and you are listening to me or you are watching me, then what you can do is that, can you consider getting a side hustle, finding another work or another job to attach to what you've been doing now, and then you don't touch any money from that, so that you can use that money straight away as your seed money. You save that seed money and you use it to begin your wealth creation journey. Let's go to the second item on the formula. Is C. So after the W, which is work, you need to add that to C. C means control expenditure. Yes, you must control your expenditure. There is a statistics which shows that about 90% of everyone working today, no matter how little their salaries are, or no matter how little the income they make is, they are spending money on something they do not need. In other words, there is something on their current expenditure that they can take away and they will still be okay. Even if they are managing their life now, they can take something out of that list and they will still be able to manage. So go through your budget. What do you spend money on every month? What can you take away? That is what Warren Buffett did. He made sure that he controlled his expenditure. He made sure that he will sacrifice comfort today for the future. So if you do not sacrifice comfort today for the future, then you will never be able to build the wealth that you are looking to build. So this is very important. Now, one key thing about Warren Buffett is that those who have studied him closely say that he is famously known to have lived in the same house he bought in 1958. 1958. We are talking about years. That's a long time ago, about 67 or 66 years now. This is a billionaire who can buy any house he wants to buy in America. But what has he been doing? He has stayed in that same house for that long. He has been sacrificing current or immediate comfort for future satisfaction. So this is one thing you need to look at. So ask yourself, you are not supposed to strive to make extra income, to make more money. You are not meant to increase your income with the sole purpose of being able to spend more. That shouldn't be your goal. In as much as you are struggling now to make it, you are struggling now to survive on your current job, if you manage to get any side hustle or any extra hours, what you are being encouraged to do is to use that extra money as your seed money. Save it so that you have something little for the next stage, the next item on the wealth creation formula. So as after the W plus the C, we go to I, and the I stand for investment. You must invest. This is where you put your seed money to work. This is what Warren Buffett did. What did Warren Buffett do? Warren Buffett, who has built a like $1 billion empire now, he invested in stock. He bought stocks. He bought Coca-Cola, he bought Apple, he bought like Bank of America, he bought Chevron, he bought some stocks. In other words, he invested in some companies he could believe in, or he believed in those days, and it has made him a billionaire. Through that, he expanded his investment into building the worldwide or the global known business, Berkshire Hathaway, which is also $1 billion company. So what did he do? There's one key thing. What did I choose to do? GK chose to start an agribusiness. You see, there's something that I will talk about in maybe my next 2 or 3 videos. Confusing diversification with divided focus. You see, almost every rich man or every millionaire or billionaire you see today, they are known for one thing. You need to invest in something. So when you get your seed money, You can just say that, okay, you want to do maybe online buy and sell. You can start a small business, or if you think crypto is you can research around crypto and invest in something. If you think stock market is you can invest. If you think you want to do bonds and treasury bills, if you think you want to do any other business, you want to do shipment or something like that, be known for something. You can't start creating wealth by chasing everything. You are not meant to chase what is the latest trend in the market. You might end up chasing any get rich quick scheme and you end up losing your money. So Warren Buffett bought stock. I want to be known for building any amount of wealth out of my agribusiness vision. What one thing do you want to put your seed money in? Research about that, think about that, make $1 million out of that idea even before you put a seed money down. You didn't get that? Sit down. What one thing do you want to do? What one thing do you want to invest? Sit down, plan it, visualize it, have an imagination of it. Think about how that one idea can make you $1 million, can make you £1 million, can make you maybe a billion naira or something like that. Think about how that money can grant you that investment idea, how it can lead you to attaining the financial freedom you demand. The moment you think about that and you create that possibility in your mind, you get there. The Bible says that as a man thinketh, so is he. As you are able to think about that, don't invest your money in anything without knowing how it will end, without having any master plan. You end up losing your money. Warren Buffett thought about it. He bought stocks, he invested in that, and behind him, he knows he was going to build $1 billion empire out of it. Now, the last formula says that after these three, you close the bracket and you multiply everything by T/P. The T there is time. Time is a multiplier. The P there is patience. Once you get doing this, you have your work, you are controlling your expenditure, and whatever your seed money you are gathering, you are saving, you put to work. You invest in the one thing that you have done your due diligence, you've researched into it, and you know it's going to work because you've seen it, you've imagined it, you've visualized it. Ponder on that, push on that, and allow time to multiply it. Time doesn't tell anything, time doesn't change anything. Time only reveals what you've put in there. So if you invest in nothing, you find nothing. The good book, which is the Bible, says that Galatians 6 verse 7, do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. For what a man sow, same shall he reap. So when you get your seed money, it's a seed. If you sowed your seed money in something, you have done your due diligence, you've researched into it, and you've seen the possibility in it. If you sow in it, you are actually going to reap. Time will multiply it, time will reward it. You don't need to be the most anointed person for this formula to work for you. Neither do you need to be the most notorious person for this. This is kingdom, global, universal principle. Whoever obeys this is obeying God, and the formula will work for you, regardless of your faith, regardless of your religious background, regardless of what you believe in or what you do not believe in. Time is a multiplier. The patience you get by going through the same cycle, putting in your seed money in what you believe in, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, then a decade or two, you see yourself realizing the wealth that you dreamed to see manifest in your life. So as I conclude, remember this, that Warren Buffett started in Omaha in the US with just a newspaper selling or distribution or delivery route. I have started something in Ghana. What are you starting? What is your vision? The key thing you need to do is to start something no matter where you find yourself. All you need to do is to always keep on seeing the possibility in your mind. As a man thinketh, so is he. Think big, dream big, and pursue it. Don't blind yourself with wishes, but encourage yourself, surround yourself with strategic plans, pursue them, and you actually get there. I want you to kindly join this community as we go through many formulas, and make sure that you use the comment section to communicate to us which of these formulas are you missing, which of these formulas do you need more understanding on, or which of these formulas are you going to implement this week, this month, so that you can realize your financial dream. You'll be able to create wealth if you embark on this journey. Kindly subscribe to this channel. If you haven't subscribed, join this community. Share this video to someone, like, comment, and let's grow this community together. I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.